It's just different.
You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. They don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Life is funny, things we do to get money. Hardships, hard times. And these days, these situations, they be sticky like honey. If it ain't Corona, they trying to clone ya. What happens to the little girl that went missing from her home? Her own daddy keep touching her. Daddy, leave me alone. I ain't got the answers. Trying to get justice for George Floyd. And if Bill Gates got the cure, make sure he got one for cancer. We screaming stop the violence, but who we asking? The killer the same color as the one in the casket. I'm no preacher, spitting hard facts like bleachers. Make America great again. It's only for the rich leeches. Where's Felicia? I guess black reparations went to new prisons and new police substations. For black justice, they be debating. We gotta wake up, but I'm going back to back. I'm on one. Cold cases still hot in the hood, cause the nigga that did it, he still home, son. I'm my own rapper, but got a new balance. Rest in peace to all the young fallen soldiers. Didn't get a chance to show the world their talents. I'm so focused, trying to save the nation. Seeing the road ahead like a full focus. You don't know what I've been through.
It's like that.
You don't know what I seen.
It's like that.
Live your life, not mine.
It's like that.
If you know what I mean.
It's like that.
You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've seen.
Yeah.
Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. They don't. We don't know.
Life is a bitch and death is a motherfucker. They booty now how you only 17 and you looking 35. It's so your time, cause time goes. It goes fast.
You don't know what I've been through.
It's like that.
You don't know what I seen.
It's like that.
Live your life, not mine.
It's like that.
You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
You don't know what I seen. Live your life, not mine. If you know what I mean. They don't know. You don't know. We don't know.
Yo. Y'all already know what it is, man. Focus Field and Focus Radio, man. And we do this thing, man, each Focus Field on Facebook, Field Focus on IG. And for all my ex-people out there, man, Focus Radio is just that simple. Call in number 301-761-1040. And if you want to see me live in the studio on the network, man, you just log on to Beltway Radio and beyond.com, man. It's just that simple. I am live on Facebook right now, man. Let me see if I can all my great friends that tune in with me, man. You already know what it is, man. I want to thank you all again, for keep it cool and plus degree temps. But we getting through it. We doing it. I'm still here. You still here. Hey, we here. But like I say, man, stay dehydrated. Drink that water. Keep them babies out the street. And try to stay, man, as cool as possible, man. Because, we be getting into August pretty soon. Within about 2 weeks. And August and September, man, it get real hot and steamy. So, man, like I say, man, stay out that heat. If you don't got the Henry's Soul joint right there, which is great food. But what really bothers me about this story is the youngins, man, was out there walking with their school. And you know how in the city, man, when it's summertime or you see schools and you see TT school or whatever it may be, daycare school or whatever it may be, daycare, and this 2-year-old actually was caught in the crossfire. And non-life-threatening injuries, which is a vehicle with 4 doors. You know what I mean? We say coupe, that means 2. We say sedan, that means 4. So the Charger, of course, sedan, and then also a smaller white vehicle is a sedan that the police are looking for. And like I say, man, it level to where as though my people can understand coming from where we coming from. Because the news can make twists and turns and turns and twists, you dig? And sometimes you can't really pick up what they putting down because you don't know what they putting down because you so confused. But I drop it so you can pick it up and you can grab it and say, damn, you know. And I just get a reality of these situations. And I did the same thing last week. You know, I reported of a kid, 6 years. Sorry, y'all, I do. I'm just being honest. But anyway, this 6-year-old had lost his life, come through there and do the same exact thing. And people were injured, people were shot, and in the midst of and once again, bullet has no names, caught in the crossfire and loses his life. Then today, that was July 4th. We only at July the 18th. So we're talking 14 days later, 2 weeks later, now we got a 2-year-old that actually lost their life. That was shot, rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So to me, it's kind of like, you know, these bastards want us to get immune to this shit. But I refuse to get immune to this because I believe that if you believe in a higher power, if you have the faith, if you pray, if we come together as a community, this shit will stop. But we have to come together as a community. If we saying something, they say something. You know, we get caught up in we don't want to snitch. I ain't going to snitch. I ain't saying nothing. This, that. But come on, y'all. We got these babies that's dying. You feel me? And I'm quite sure it's some cameras up there. It's a police jump that sit right there on that corner before you see football players who lost their life due to a car accident. Somebody came there and shot up the visual. And the police, PG just happened to pull off her fellow officers, right? They were somewhere doing a press conference, and they happened to hear the shots. You see what I'm saying? So it tells me that people really don't care. They don't care. They don't give a. Sorry to say. I had Duck here last week, and like Duck mentioned, you know, yeah, I done some wrong things, man, but I'm rehabilitated. I done changed my life. I just want people, especially they changing the law, they throwing baseball numbers at you, and a lot of y'all ain't really ready for that. You feel what I'm saying? This came from a man that did a 20-year straight bid right here. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they're not educating themselves. You feel what I'm saying? They don't care. They just gonna go and just do the crime and just take lives. You feel me? We had Tuesday morning, we had a guy shot in the residence, you know what I mean, on South Capitol Street. Another guy shot 3 times, rushed to the hospital. Last I heard, it was critical, but last I heard, he's chained up in the whole situation, and someone called their peoples, and their peoples came over there with a gun. Come back today with 2 men shot, pronounced dead on the scene. Alabama, I just don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, we say change the laws. You know, I keep hearing this commercial about they dropped 400 million guns in America. And this has since they have passed that law where you can bear arms, you're able to get your gun license and shit like that. You know, so a lot of other things come along with that. A lot of different laws come with that. We don't have stand your ground or self-defense, but we do have homicide, murder, whatever it may be, justified. You know, whatever that may be. You know, self-defense to me is self-defense. You know, and I think that's what it's going to turn to. And I'm saddened to say that people are not going to keep taking this bullshit. They're not. People are not going to keep taking this bullshit of these bystanders. I mean, everybody going to start shooting at everybody. Eventually, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to walk the streets with a strap. Along with Pennsylvania Avenue, along with Minnesota Avenue, along with Bennett Road in our nation's capital, that we have hundreds of thousands of people that travel through here every single day. And that's one of the routes I take all the time, going to one of my properties. All the time, I say, you know what? I'm going to cruise through the city. I don't want to take that way because it's boring. I'm going to go the scenic route just to see my black people and see people out there and just, you know, ride through the city, man. You know, it's nothing more. It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city, but you gotta be careful. And that's sad that you can just be driving in the vehicle with your windows wind down, just cooling. You can be with your baby, your family, your kids. And you gotta be careful and watch your surroundings because you have people that just don't care. They identified the three guys, one of them, but the fucking car hit that Avenue a couple weeks ago. They were running from the police, robbing banks, robbing people, running from the police, and wasn't so lucky. The damn car actually split, boom, in half. Blew up instantly. Dashed his ass up and said, hey, you know what you just did? You just killed your fucking 2 friends. He's sitting there, what? He out of it. What? You just killed your 2 friends. 16, 17 years old. That's how old they was. So once again, we got youngins losing their life. They want me to get immune to it. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said, Phil, man, it just be like that. He said, man, when you grow up in the hood and you a teenager, man, you already lost 4 or 5 of your friends before you get out of high school. He said, man, you just get immune to this shit. It's just like normal, man. It's just like it's gonna happen. Nah, I refuse to get immune to this shit. I'm gonna keep on talking about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep trying to wake people up as much as I can, keep trying to talk to the youth as much as I can. Y'all gotta get this shit together, man. We gotta do something. It's not the mayor's fault, it's not the president's fault, it's not this person's fault, it's not that person's fault. We gotta do better as communities, man. And what are we teaching these babies? What are we teaching our kids? And most of the time, it's a baby raising a baby. And they can't tell them nothing at all. Wise High School, the 24-year-old Shaheed Omar Jr. of Upper Marlboro going to a visual that wasn't even a visual for somebody that lost their life through violence. So what happened with this situation? I'm curious. No one should lose their life. No one. As far as what the dad was saying, he was a great guy, already had a kid. He had a baby on the way. He said his son left out that day and said, hey, Dad, I'm going to the visual for, those that had died. And, his father had said, okay, all right, son, see you later. Would have never thought that he would get the call that his son lost his life at a visual. And, his dad has been on the news, man, and just, really just saddened by his son's death. It's been so many cases, man, that has happened at Wise High School. And then when it boils over to get life automatically, change the law or something to make these youngest, man, wake up. I just, man, it's just sad because it's like, so we got to do something about it, man. I really, the platform, that's what I'm thinking, to really speak out, to really go out in these communities, man. I had a great idea in mind, and everybody's like, nah, Phil, that's dangerous. It's just something I feel as though that has to be done. We don't have anybody these days within the black community, Martin Luther King's. It's no more Malcolm X's. Shit. Even Barack Obama becoming the first black president, he did too. He's out of there. But I'm just saying, as far as people that we really can look up to, because the ones that we do look up to eventually comes out, with some bullshit or something that they done with a lot of our black leaders now. They catch them real late in life after they've been so successful, and they get them with something. Ain't no more Bill Cosby's. You feel me? Ain't no more of these, these people, man, that we had looked up to growing up, man, back in the day, man. All those black history people, man. You know what I mean? The Marcus Garveys, the Sojourner Truths, the Harriet Tubmans, the Rosa Parks, those that put their life on the line, that was willing to get sprayed by water hose and bit by dogs and beat brutally by the police, just fighting for our rights, to stop segregation so we can all come together as one. Integration. And the youngest, they just don't know nothing about that shit. All the history and everything as far as us black people and how far we have came is just out the window and there's nowhere. We are the minority. We are the minority at this point. Coming over, it's gonna get worse for us, man. I was at the stoplight on Bennett Road not too long ago, and they was, doing their deliveries on their bikes. Group of youngins try to grab them up, take the bike. God, man, I was at the light for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I turned around, man. You should have seen it was a whole pack of them on scooters. And when I stand and check, them boys stuck together, and them niggas no more. So be careful who you running up on. Be careful who you running up on, because some of them strapped up. And then it's gonna be a mother, on TV crying, and my son, he was so good, and he was this and he was that, but nah, he was carjacking and robbing people. Business minded, that have gotten money, leaders, Oh, but once again, man, rest in paradise, man, to these people. I'm so sorry to keep you guys focused, man. What's up, y'all? I'm on the Facebook. What's up, D? Teddy, what's happening? Monique, what's happening? Betty, what's happening? Horse, you already know what it is. Duncan, what's happening? Y'all already know what it is, man. So definitely, man, it's a $25,000 reward for the killer of Shaheed Omar Jr. So I'm quite sure, man, it always happens, man. Somebody seen something, is going to say something. Well, sometimes they catch one homie, and that's it. All you need is one. Remember that, I forgot what commercial it was. I think it was Lay's. And they used to say slogan, can't only eat just one. That's right. All they need is one. And then they got the whole, once they get one, they tell on each other. But y'all was gangster when y'all was doing it. But yeah, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Great interview here last week, man, with Duck Lassiter. You already know what it is, man. Make sure, if you can, man, you grab his trilogy, Cruddy Buddy 1, Cruddy Buddy 2, Cruddy Buddy Part 3, that he said he'll drop in September, man. So get them books, good read, and go from there, man. We got to support those who support us, man. And we need more of that, too, in these black communities, man. We need more support. You know what I mean? More support from your family and from your friends. Because what I notice in our community, the ones that support us are not our family and our friends at all. So we need more of that. Focus the best way we can. And it starts today. It starts today, man. We will be in a new year. What's your purpose? It's your year. What we going to do? That takes me to my next thing, man. So much going on, right? I spoke on health a few minutes ago, and COVID, I say COVID, but COVID, you know what I'm talking about. COVID would shut our whole country down for damn near 3 years. It never went anywhere. They just, I'm going to say, reduced it, right? But did they really? Because right now we still have, right now we got 100, let me see what they say. 119 people in the hospital, right? No, 119 people went to the hospital for COVID, but we have 70 cases where people were hospitalized. So that's more than half. And that's just this statistic that I just got. So COVID is definitely, it said COVID has hit Maryland really hard this year. These are one of the states where COVID is really heavy this year. They said that when the fall comes, COVID, the numbers go down. They said when winter comes, the numbers go back up. And also in the summertime, because they said you have more people gathering, more people with events, more people outside, right? More contact. And some was wearing gloves, and, that's supposed to help it, because they said that it's coming from the germs. When we talk, the invisible spit that we can't see, that cough that you can't get rid of. So many parts of the human frame, the human form. Omicron, that is one of the strongest parts of the COVID. And now what they're saying is that's what's out here. So it's going to affect you faster. And I don't really get all into the research. I do the basic, because that's really all I need. Like when I was in school, you read the summary, that first paragraph, and then you go down to the end, and then you fill in from there. Because like I say, it's been here before, and it's never left. My whole thing is wash your goddamn hands. Wash your hands. If you choose to wear a mask at 110 degrees outside and your shit sweating, cool. If you think that's going to, cool. I have nothing against it. I was possible, washing your body, you know, maybe if you feel safer limiting yourself to crowds of people, because some people lie and some people still ain't gonna do what they supposed to do, walk around with it. You know what I mean? So we just have to be extremely, extremely careful. 2020. If I even vote this year, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I even, because it's a shit show. You know what I mean? They trying to dog Biden as much as they can. They say he got this bloodbath going on, you know, with this, you know, then we got Trump with he walk around the maxi pad and he got a whole shitload, as I call them, because they're full of shit, followers that are doing the same shit that he's doing. He's a great promoter and marketer, salesman. That's all, he's selling himself. They're running the country and the shit that he said he's going to do and the type of gangster that he is, I believe he would do it. Who you think gonna suffer the most? Huh? Because what I say, we last on a totem pole, right? So we just gotta pay attention, man, to what's going on. And like I said, you gotta do what's best for you, your future. Not right now, but the future, because things are getting put into place for the future. Some of these laws are changed forever. So not only affects us, but affects our children, affects our grandchildren, affects our parents, affects us in a way of, if things change for us, the next 20, 30, 40 years for people my age and our age range, should it be harder, maybe, if laws are changed. Who knows what's going to happen and what's going to go on. You know, only one thing I agree with him is keeping businesses here, starting more small businesses and businesses here in America, putting more plants here as far as the manufacturing here in America. But we in depth so much, man, with these other countries, man. We got to bargain with them. We got to bargain with China. We got to, you know, bargain with, you know, the Japanese people. We got to bargain with these people. So much that goes on, man, behind closed doors. You know, he got that thing over there with Russia. They don't fuck with it. I mean, it's a lot of just crooked shit just going on, man. That's just one thing that I agree, just to give us as Americans, man, better opportunities. But for somebody that just, I never seen that handled the way that was handled when the president is shot at. I just never, I never just that long on stage and able to do all this and my shoes up, able to just sit there and still fucking campaign. That's basically what he was doing. After you know, you got a scratch, or they threw that pebble and the speed of a bullet and hit you, whatever happened. But anyway, like I said, man, we just gotta be careful, man. You know, we gotta really know what's going on around us, because it's that serious, and we don't wanna get hit with this shit, man. You know what I mean? And we don't even know what's coming. Taxes and job cuts, housing, which is mainly the minority, which has the subsidized housing when the government is paying with the vouchers, with the rapid refund. I mean, I said refund, rapid housing programs. You know, when we have single mothers with a few kids that just need the help to get on their feet, whatever it may be. Things taken out of the schools. You feel me? Abortions. They don't want you to get them. You know what I mean? Just keep populating it. It's your choice. It's your choice. Yes, you are. I guess they would say murder, killing a fetus that's not really fully developed. But that's your choice as a woman, what you want to do, what you choose to do with your body. Now, all of a sudden, they're going to ban that. And what we're going to do, we're going to be overpopulated. What if she was raped, molested, anything? You know, you got Republicans, man, they don't take none of that into consideration. You know, it's all a money grab, and it's all, you know, to help them, not us, to help them. And I'm not saying they don't have good points. I'm just speaking on shit that's going to affect our communities. Gas prices, grocery prices, medical insurance going up. For the older people that's retired, getting Social Security, paying all this money for medicines. Because as we get older, we're going to get them ailments. Unless you lucky. But most of the time, you're gonna need some, you're gonna need some help.
Oh,
Go ahead, B.
You're not aware of Project 2025?
You said, do I know where?
Do you know about the Project 2025?
I've heard about it, B. I haven't really dug into it. I heard something about it pretty much this morning, a little bit.
Okay. There's a synopsis or a nice clip note version that you can get anywhere. My best advice is go to see John Oliver's show, which was like about almost a month ago, where he gave a nice detail of the major points of what Project 2025 is. Pretty much, when you just mentioned Social Security, if Trump is in office, it will be gone.
So, B, let me ask you though, B, right? When you say gone, right? So we worked our whole life to damn near 80 years old for nothing, right?
Yep.
So Social Security is security for what they're putting into it right now. So what we receive once we retire, we're not working, or if we get disabled or anything, right?
Yep.
And you say that's gonna be gone. Yep. So then what?
That's it. The amount of services that this agenda that they want to implement, because most of the people that you're seeing at the RNC convention is pretty much those out of.
Is that the group of billionaires?
No, it's not billionaires.
Oh.
These are people, elitist or whatever you want to call them. They pretty much just want to. I don't know if you've seen like the Handmaid's Tale or that one Amazon show that was like the alternate universe if Hitler ruled the world. It's like that, and pretty much that's what they want. And really, it's like they feel this is the best way to control the country. But you're getting rid of a lot of absolute positive programs. It's not just Social Security; it's just a lot of other programs. It's utter ridiculous. You're getting rid of a lot of. It's like 900 pages, but it's
wow. What?
But yeah, but the thing is like some of the key points a lot of people need to read on. They want to get rid of, like I said, Social Security. It said
energy. I heard
energy too. They pretty much want to again pull out with Trump. He wants to pull out of the the Green Accords with the rest of the nation, which pretty much again puts us right back where it was when he first trying to right, give him more control. Pretty much, you want him to and the one key thing is like any federal employee, pretty much is like if you're not loyal to him, you're out. That's it, and that's why. And pretty much what you just saw with the Supreme Court, giving him a free pass in a sense of doing what he just did.
Right.
You pretty much is like, dude, you when you were being interviewed for this job, all those justices always one of the key questions is the president above the law? Every one of them said no. The ones that voted for this thing to pass, those 6, pretty much is like, dude, now you allow him to be, doing whatever the hell he wants to do. And it's like, no president should be above the law. I don't care if he's in office or not. That's why Nixon, to be honest with you, if you allow this, that means Nixon, whatever he did at Watergate,
right, exactly.
Shoot, it was clean, he could have did it, he would have been fine.
And how do you, I don't understand, be like, what?
Well, one, the judge who was supposed to preside that, she was incompetent from the start. And it was one of those judges that Trump appointed when he was in office. And I had this question with, shouldn't they get a higher level judge or a senior level judge to preside this? And it's like, well, it fell in his lap, and that's how the schedule ran. And it's like, it just seemed odd. All this is odd. But then again, at the same time, you can't go past all this because, again, they're trying to protect Trump for whatever reason, and they know full well it's like, because to be honest with you, if these are not the Republicans that my father was part of,
right,
or represents,
right,
or liked, or I don't know what these people are, these, mind you, they call them like the national conservatives or whatever you want to call them. Honestly, there's words of species. You try to, give them the political correctness of it, but really, it's like this is what you want to run a country on.
Yep.
So, and it's kind of unfortunate. And all you're going to do is try to put America way back when it should be, not be in the forefront. You're saying trying to make America great again, but unfortunately, you're not, because you pretty much want to put him wherever position was back in the 1940s or 50s. And then on top of that, it's like all the other nations around the world. They're trying to get, again, they're trying to solidify themselves, and you're trying to say, oh, we got to focus on America. And it's like, you forget the fact that for many years now, we're part of a global economy. I understand the local stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, that's why you have your local representatives,
exactly.
your local officials to handle all that stuff. But for a global economy, you have to have proper global representation. Trump isn't it. He is he's not a businessman. People say he's a good businessman or a good businessman. No, he's a con artist. That is it. That and manipulator, whatever you want to call it. But true to be formed, he's a criminal. And one of the people at the convention mentioned the fact that we're the people of law and order. Bunch of hypocrisy, because you're trying to put in a guy who's pretty much broken every damn law in the book. So for you to keep saying the fact is like, if you're not going to vote for this year, I know if you've seen Star Wars, and especially after Episode 2, and my favorite character is Darth Vader. There's a difference between a Sith Lord and part of the Empire, and everyone keeps putting them together. No. A Sith Lord is all by themselves. They do things by themselves. He wanted power. That's what Palpatine wanted. Once he had the Sith Lord powers, he feels like, oh, I just want to have power. I want to control everything. And that's what was his main objective. That's what Trump wants. His main objective is pure power, pure manipulation, and con everybody, knowing full well that, those who follow him, he feeds off of their anger of what's going wrong with the country, but really it's like it's the people you're picking. And the sad thing is there's limited options, and hopefully Biden's supposed to be mentioning the fact is like, hey, we need some term limits here in a lot of key areas, and especially one is the Supreme Court. They shouldn't be being there for life. It doesn't make sense.
That's a seat that they take for life. Yep.
Yeah.
But they get voted out by them though, right? By themselves.
No.
I mean, by the people.
No.
Not us, but
no. The Supreme Court, all they have to do is retire or die. They're there for life. They're not even voted in. They're just picked.
Let's go, y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. Each and every Thursday, man. Each and every day, if you've been paying attention to my Facebook page, man, and my Instagram, I've been speaking on missing people, man. That's all over. And it's been men, women, children, boys, girls, and all over the world. But here on Phocuz Radio, to all gentlemen and a few ladies. Kevin Brody, missing from the 1300 block of Congress Street, Southeast D.C. He's been missing since Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. He's a black male, hazel eyes. We are seeking your assistance locating 55-year-old Mr. Brody. And once again, gray hair, hazel eyes, clothing description of Mr. Brody right here on Phocuz Radio. It's going to take us to Renisha Mayo, missing from the 4000 block of Wisconsin Avenue, uptown, northwest. She's been missing since July 11th, 2024. Well, that's when it was reported. She went missing at 9 p.m. She's 15 years old, 5'6", 160 pounds, black hair, braids, and brown eyes. Distinctive would be she had braids in her hair. I reported him before. Dwayne Russ Payton Jr. I want to see it. I see a tattoo on her neck. described as a black male, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 140 pounds, black hair, shoulder length dreads, and brown eyes. Last seen wearing a gray colored hoodie sweatshirt with True Religion printed on it. Red jacket, blue jeans. Distinctive will be red jacket. Kind of a bright color. He's a junior also. It was reported Monday, July the 8th, 2024. Black male, 5 feet 6 inches tall, 180 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. Clothing description is unknown. He may need medication. This could have been the case of a guy that could have, wandered off. We are looking for him. Return home. Insight and distinctive about Mr. LFE 24 was the day she was reported missing, and she went missing at 8 a.m. Family probably didn't see her that particular night, or maybe didn't come home. 5 feet 2 inches in height, 160 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. Clothing description is unknown. She also may be in the need of medication. Anybody seen Miss McRae? Please wait for her to come home. Brings us to another older gentleman, Henry Gorham. Henry Gorham, this is from the 3200 block of 10th Place, Southeast, if you guys know where that's at. That's right off of that Sula Parkway area. June 15th, 2024, reported missing at 10 p.m. He is reported missing from that 40-year-old Jacoby Jones, y'all. Wow.
At some point, they believe that the person who has Raja, he is believed to be in the custody of a man sources describe as his father, 27-year-old.